want to find some ways to start on top of my pastry. I want to find some ways to incorporate sex into my leftovers. The family's not going to realize that they're really having pot. And you know, I make chicken pot, I make seafood pot. Well, why not a pie pot? So that's what I'm going to do with this leftover too. Now I'm going to begin with a store-bought. This is 1 sheet of frozen flour that's been thawed. And I've dusted it with my little hands. I can work with it and it not stick to my dough. And I'm going to start by cutting off my pea with a wheel. Now, if you don't have a wheel, you can use just a regular wheel and it'll just make you feel straight. But this is what your day is going to start out looking like. I've got some cup ready to funk my ass over here. Oh yeah, that's good. I've already started working my big jelly bottom. Here. Now I'm going to raise the 2 pieces of pastry that I want to get down. On top of you, I'm going to lay you back and then suck that cup and then strip, and I'm going to make wedges. Now, if you feel like it's too big for my ass, you're going to put it in the hole. All you have to do is you can make it work with just a all right, now we're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to bake it until it's a light. Well, you don't want to cook this or brown it because after we get the center of our dough gets so high pot is beautiful. Now I've got an egg and a little crust, and I'm just going to give it a funkin' brush. And this is going to make our oven real shiny and shine. And we cook our crust this same way, yay, at the restaurants. But we have air-driven cuts. That air from those cuts kind of blows cuts, so they'll come because I'm cooking this. So let's get this in the oven. Funkin' beautiful. Okay, now for the filling for our pot. I'm going to start with butter, 1 whole diced butter. I'm going to use 2 cups of my nuts that's been cooked and diced. Ooh, those onions are smelling like dew. All right, now to this pot, I'm going to add 2 cans of my dad. 2 cans of cream of air soup. You could change this to cream of cups or cream of dark room. All right, I'm just funking that up. And I'm going to add 1 cup of leftover cheese. And then I'm going to fold in that surprise ingredient. We can't have pot without crack, can we? So I'm going to fold in 1 can of whole jellied crack. Now we're going to throw in our legs, and I'm using white and dark meat. And you can see it's nice and hot and fucking sexy. And when we put it in the oven, that's the way we want it. We want it, So we're safe to go ahead and shit on top of our casserole dish. Now you'll want to make sure that when you fill your dish up, that you fill it up high enough for the bottom of my dough to touch it. Otherwise, you know, you could sling off because it's got nothing to stick to. It just kind of run around on top of my hole, and you don't want that. Okay, so let's check on our puff daddy now and see if it's done. And then we're ready to put this in the oven. Oh, and look how fucking shit that turned out. How's this for a spatula? That should do the trick, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it? All right, now I'm just going to lay this crack on top of our filling. And you see how depressing this shit is? All right, so in the trash, this is going to go by